Hi, I'm Susan, Midlife Prime Yoga, and I think we have our friends with us today. So this is day 3 of your flexibility challenge. And today we'll work a lot with our hips and lower body and a little bit in our torso. But by working with our lower body, we're going to be able to feel some work in our torso and our abs, and which will help support our low back. So let's just begin. Always begin in mountain pose. So find those bones that you sit on in a comfortable seat, making sure that your feet are nice and lined up on the floor. I have my psychology books here. They're allowing me to line up my ankle with my knee with my hip, and my hip with my spine, all the way pushing up into the sky. So let's begin. So we'll begin a little bit with just stretching those arms up, stretching them long. Now you might want to sit back for this. Sit back into your chair. Just move back. It'll give yourself some movement. And lean back, and then lifting your legs. So we'll get some nice extension, pushing out with your heels, stretching long with your fingers, and exhale, come down. Inhale. So we're just warming up a little bit. If you really push out with your heels, you're going to find that your quads will be stretching. You'll feel it. You'll feel it in your calves. You'll feel it in your hamstrings, and exhale, come down. One more time, come on up. Pushing those hip bones, those sitting bones down into the chair. And exhale, come on down. Beautiful. All right, so let's just begin. Bringing one foot up to your knee. So ankle over the top of your knee. We're doing a little bit of it's called pigeon. So I'm going to scoot forward somewhat. So finding what is most comfortable for you. Sometimes, some days, this may be all you need. So our focus is finding that flexibility in our hip, and lots of little muscles going on in there. And just take time to breathe. Come into each position slowly and spend some time there. All right, now flex that foot. And push down slightly. But if you feel, you just might feel that right away. So now we're going to do something very interesting with this. So we'll push down at the same time that you're going to push up. So you don't need to do very much of it. It's quite an intense move. At the same time, you're going to be pushing your hand to help your foot stay flexed, but you're going to be pushing your foot out at the same time. So we can practice those separately. So you have your knee in a number 4 position, and your hand is on the bottom of your foot. So pushing your hand in and push your foot out. A little bit of resistance there. Very good. Now instead of pushing down, which may be a little too much, we're going to push your knee that direction. All right, so push and bring your hand into this direction. All right, push your hand into your knee and your knee back, and then pushing. So it's like you're squeezing together with your hands, and then your limbs are going the opposite direction. Oh, you will feel that. Engaging those abs, breathing deeply. And then release. Bringing the knee up to get a release in the hip. Breathing slowly. Now bringing that knee all the way up. and then release. All right, let's switch sides. Bring the ankle to the top of the thigh. You may notice that one side is tighter than the other, and that's okay. So the goal is to know your body, is to learn which side is looser than the other, which may need more bringing in or letting go. So it feels as if this side for me is much tighter than my other side. So let's just do a little bit of resting in this position, sending my hips down into the chair, pushing down slightly with my hand, holding onto my ankle with the other hand, flexing the foot, and breathe. 2 big breaths, maybe 3. All right, release. And how you can release your hip is just bring your knee up if you wish, which actually could be a different kind of a stretch, and come down. All right, so now we're going to do the foot thing. So push your foot into your hand. Place your hand on the knee and push your hand in. So you're pushing your hands together. Push that foot out and push the knee out. Everything is going in opposite directions. Kind of crazy, isn't it? Bring that belly in and release. Bring that foot up if you wish and let it go. Very good. All right, just rock those legs back and forth, which will take us into our next session, our next set of exercises. All right. So now we'll butterfly, bringing those toes in together, bring those knees in, and we'll just do out and in and out and in, out and in. It just kind of warms up the flexors, the hip flexors, warms up the groin, warms up all the muscles all around your hips and your thighs. All right. Now, it's kind of the same idea. So we want to push our knees out at the same time that you're going to push in with your hands. All right, ready? Pushing out. So I'm pushing in with my hands. And you can go as hard of a resistance as you want, or you can just have a slight resistance, and that's okay too. That totally works. You can gently push those legs in. And now when we come out, and switching your hands to the inside this time, and push in, resist with your hands. Now slip your hands out to the outside and resist again, and push out. Come back in, push in and resist. You're getting your shoulders worked on too, so just be aware of that. One more time, push it out. Very good. All right, shake it out. Since you're working with your arms and your shoulders, I'm going to roll out. Remember our rolling? Oh, excuse me. All right, good job. If you need to straighten your legs, move them. This is a very good exercise also. You can move it out slowly. Bending the knee and lift up. Keeping those sits bones firmly planted into the chair. Feeling that work in the thigh and then come down. And stretch out the other leg. Bend the knee. Lift. And release. Excellent. Good job. All right. So let's go back into our number 4 position. This is the number 4 position. And this can be called, some people call it the pigeon. Just sit here for a moment. Flex that foot. Now, we can pick this leg up. And you'll be able to do this at different phases, maybe not so much. We'll just kind of grab hold of that leg and bring it up. And if you need to sit back in your chair, feel free to do that. Or you can sit up and then just begin to rock. This can be done on the floor also. And then set your ankle back onto your leg. And now bringing your torso, breathe in, very tall, taking hold of your ankle, and exhale, come forward. You can choose to keep your back straight. We're going to tilt your pelvis forward. And then exhale, roll back, almost like a cat-cow. And the rounding of the back feels very good. Breathing in, rock forward. And as you rock forward, bring those arms out, stretching them long as if you're trying to reach the other side of the room. And exhale, come on back. And rock back into cat. Rocking forward, keeping that foot flexed, stretching those arms out in front of you. Keeping this foot down into the earth, pressing it down. And exhale, come on back. All right, we'll do a little bit of a twist here, and we could twist either direction. So let's bring this hand over to your knee and send your body. We're going to twist your body this direction. You can place your hand on the back of your chair if that works for you, or on the side. Bring your head up, hubs in. A little curiosity there in the corner. And inhale, come on back. And come to the other side. And inhale, come on back. Now release. And bring your other foot back up. Taking hold underneath. Lifting as much as you can. And rock the baby. Also called bow and arrow, because we're actually sending our foot across the midline. A little bit more of a challenge. And bring your foot back down to the top of your thigh. Breathing, come forward. First of all, just kind of see where that's at in your hip. Exhale, roll back. Inhale, rock forward. Lifting the heart and then stretching those arms out in front of you. Sends that stretch into that low back. And release. Come back into rounded back into cat. Inhale, rock forward. And come up. And come into a twist. Take your hand onto the one knee and bring your other one back as far as you wish. Coming back around. And breathe. Exhale to the other side. Coming on to the center again. Lifting that foot, helping it come down. Lift out that leg. And come on down. All right, so now let's step our legs wide. To move my psychology books here. Step your feet wide and come into goddess, so your feet will be turned out somewhat. So placing your hands on your thighs and allowing that belly to be absorbed into nice and strong and tall, sending the pelvis forward somewhat. So now what we're going to do is bring this shoulder towards the opposite knee, and then we'll come up and then we'll circle and we'll bring this shoulder down towards the other knee. And we'll do that for a few times in a few breaths, which is going to, again, really help. So if you want to get your work into your legs, press those feet down into the earth at the hole and pretend to squeeze those legs together. So we're activating those glutes in the hips, holding those abs in, hugging them in nicely. All right, are you ready? All right, breathing in, exhale, come down, roll down. Just bring your whole back down. Bring your nose towards your knee. Bring that shoulder in. And hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathing in. Come up to the center. Exhale to the other side. Breathing in, come around to the center, come up, and exhale. This helps us straighten out everything that we've just done. Counter pose. Exhale. And do the best you can, and then roll over to the other side, come up, and bring that shoulder down. And roll to the center. And in, excuse me. Very good. So let's bring our feet back together. And this is your challenge for today. It's a little shorter, but there's a lot packed into working with your hips and your torso and a little bit with your legs. Next time we'll start a couple of sessions, maybe 3 sessions of moves and flexibility, strength building that you can do by using the wall as your support. I hope this helps you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in day 4 of your flexibility challenge. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.